Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Sorry if my voice is still a little bit raspy. I know it is. So pardon me for any cracking of voices or any raspiness that you might find annoying. But today's video is going to be an episode on the cold air that is most likely at this point going to be happening across much of the country for at least the next couple of weeks. So sorry to break it for you guys that like the spring or want an early spring. I know I want an early spring, or at least now I'm kind of sick and tired of the winter. But there's nothing really I could do. It appears as of now that the cold will persist for much of early spring, and spring does not look to be coming early. So the groundhog, in some sense, was right. Now let me explain. Oh yeah, before this video starts or before I continue, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It really helps a lot. So thank you for that. Now, what I'm showing you right now at this map, you could see is the reds and blues. So the blues are below how many degrees below average the current place is on the map. And the further the darker the color gets, or lighter eventually, the more cold it is. And the same thing with the red. The brighter the red, the more warmer than average temperatures. And you can see as I bring this through, there's going to be ups and downs for much of the country. But especially towards the end, you can see this cold air mass pushing south and persisting across the northern half of the United States. And it does not seem to be going anywhere. And at the end, it pushes down completely south. Later on, you can see it breaks through a little bit. But for the next, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks, it does not look good for warm weather lovers in the north. And again, there will be some fluctuations. So areas like the southwest would be most likely to see most warm temperatures for the next 8 to 14 days. However, I think it later on switches to the southeast that's going to see the most warm temperatures later on. So your best bet in general is just the south. And so for the next 14 days, the southwest. And then after that, the southeast seems to be the warmest. The coldest just seems to be the northwest, the north, and the northeast. And if you're wondering how this is just going to average out to all these colors, this is pretty much how it's going to look. You can see these blue colors and these red colors. Anywhere you see even the slightest hint of blue, that's below average. And you can see this covers almost some parts of the Northwest, the whole Midwest, the whole Northeast and East Coast. And again, a little bit of the Southeast is above average, and the Southwest remains strongly above average. So your best bet for the next 14 days, like I mentioned, is the Southwest. And if you're wondering like how this is gonna look in a forecast, let's use Chicago as an example. So you can see starts off 42, goes up to the 50s for the next couple of days, but it doesn't really go up in trend wise. It doesn't really inch up in temperatures. I mean, I know there's going to be roller coasters, but there is supposed to be a general upward trend in temperatures. So it's supposed to be generally a little bit warmer at the end of day 15 than day 0. But you could see there's not much difference. I mean, it stays 40s, goes up into the 50s, but then drops right back into the 40s. And you can see the Weather Channel is even talking about this short-term good news, long-term not so much, because you can see there's going to be much colder temperatures. And this is probably something that will happen. So, not trying to disappoint anyone, guys, but this is definitely something that most likely will happen colder than average temperatures. Now I'll show you the little storm that's happening. Not little, it's pretty large. And this is what the cold air will bring. It'll bring storms like these. Next, it will leave up to 18 inches of snow in some areas, but then the couple of days after, it's already going to be 50s and 60s and raining there. So again, this is a very changing pattern here in the U.S. right now. It's going back and forth between warm, hot, cold, freezing snow. And you can see this is the storm. Again, it's not too powerful. However, it's huge, extending from southern central Canada to about, say, southern United States. So this is definitely a big storm. And you can see earlier in my earlier videos, we were wondering whether it was going to hit Chicago or areas like Des Moines, Iowa. And as of now, it looks as if the snow has shifted south. So areas like Des Moines will see snow, and areas like Chicago won't see snow. However, being said, let's go to the HER model, because the HER model also shows similar to the NAM. However, let me warn you guys, Chicago is still not out of, like, is not, I don't know, I forgot how to say it. Is not completely out of the woods yet. Out of the woods yet with the snow. There, the radar, I mean, the HER model has been shifting the snow further north and north since it updates every hour. So it has the ability to do so because the radar has been actually showing the storm a little bit farther north than forecasted. So you can see this HER model has been inching it forward and forward to the past several model runs more and more. And this brings it up to very close to the northern, southern section of the Chicago area. If you're wondering, let's go to the north central region of the United States. And you could see it's pretty much in Cook County, but it's it's just so close that this could definitely hit Chicago if there's another slight change. I mean, this is 20 to 50 miles and it will be in Chicago. So if you're wondering how much snow is going to fall in general, let's bring it through the whole storm using the NAM, because I think the NAM has the best handle on it. And you could see a lot of snow. I don't think there will be up to 18. However, 15 is definitely likely and definitely possible. So 12 to potentially 15 inches of snow is likely, but most areas will be seeing over just maybe 6 through 12 inches of snow. So you can see this brings it up into into southern Cook County. No, sorry, I thought the video was playing, but so I thought this ad was playing. That's why I stopped, because I didn't want you guys to listen to that. But you can see the snow totals bring it up into southern Cook County. But this could, again, 20, 30 miles, and this is into Chicago. So this is definitely something we need to watch. And you could see a lot of snow anywhere in the pink, that's 6 inches and above. Minneapolis, again, also on the verge. You could see receiving, as of now, looks like to be no snow, but we'll need to see later on during the night whether it receives snow, because if it does, then Chicago will most likely also see snow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and see you guys in the next episode.